Hi friends! We're going to start off by applying primer. This is the e.l.f. Putty Primer and I'm going to apply it all over. Once you're done with that, we're going to move on to eyebrows. I will be using an angled brow brush like this and an eyeshadow color that's similar to my brow color. I'm basically just filling in my brow with eyeshadow and filling in any bald spots I might have or any thin places. Make sure to go sparse on the front of the eyebrow. You want it to look very natural and not blocky. Once you have a rough shape of your eyebrow, we're going to go in with a very thin brush like this and some full coverage concealer. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And we're just going to clean up the shape a little bit. Imagine the concealer is an eraser, so you can see I'm just going through and cleaning up the lines. Once you've cleaned up the shape, remember to bring it down onto the eyelid and blend it out. Now we're going to repeat the same process on top of the brow, but instead of using concealer, I'm using my foundation. If you use foundation for this step, it'll be easier to blend your foundation later on when you apply it for your base. And go ahead and blend that out as well. If you need to use another brush or a beauty blender to blend that out, go ahead and do that as well. Now we can apply our foundation. I'm applying this all over my face, my cheeks, around the mouth area, my nose, my forehead, and also blend it down onto your neck. Now we can go in with concealer. I'm applying this under the eyes, on my nose, and on my chin. This step is really up to you where you would like to apply it. I just apply it in these places to give my face a little more brightness. If you do get this concealer that I recommended, I will say it does dry down fast. So maybe work in sections. Maybe blend out the under eyes first and then apply the concealer to the nose, blend that out, and so on. Now we're going to set our entire face with powder. Make sure you do set the entire face and apply powder everywhere. The more dry and set your foundation is before the show, the better it'll look after the show. Now we're going to go in and contour or bronze, whichever you prefer. I'm just bronzing along the cheekbone area to add a little more warmth and color back into our face. And then I do contour my nose lightly, but this is less to actually contour and more just to give a little more color. And now we can go in and apply some blush. You can choose the color, whichever is best with your skin tone. I chose to do this pink color. Keep in mind we are playing a character, so it shouldn't look very natural. You want to make sure you can see the blush from the stands. And now we can go in and add some highlight. I highlight my nose, my forehead, my cheekbones, and sometimes my upper lip area and my chin. Now we're going to move back to the eyes. I'm using this shimmery highlight shade and I'm applying it right to the brow bone. I would recommend using a fluffy brush for this and blending it down onto the eyelid. Sorry about the location change. Now we're going to grab another fluffy brush and we're going to use this light brown color. This will be our first transition shade. I'm applying this in the crease of the eye and blending out. There should be no harsh lines in this look. Once that's blended out in the crease, we're going to go to about halfway on the eyelid, like you can see here. And then we're going to blend from about midway of our eyelid out to the outer corner. Now we can move on to this slightly darker brown. And I'm using that same brush and I'm going to apply it in the crease again, but I'm just going to blend it out a little bit less this time. The darker we go, the more compact each shade will be. We're also going to take this shade about halfway onto the eyelid and then blend it out once again. Once again, moving a little bit darker in our browns. We're going to focus this dark brown on the outer corner of the eye like you see me doing here. And then blend that over into the crease. And you can see each time I add a darker shade, I'm keeping it more concentrated to the crease instead of blending it all the way out to the brow bone. Now we're going to go in with the tiniest bit of black, don't go crazy. And a small brush, make sure it's small. And I'm applying it just to the outer corner. I tend to do a little V motion, I feel like it goes with the shape of the eye better. I'm creating like sideways V's. And then blend that out a little bit and once again up into the crease. And that little bit of black just creates more dimension. Now we can go in with a very flat brush and I'm spraying mine with setting spray just to get this gold more pigmented. And we're going to use this shade of gold and apply it to the inner corner of the eyelid. Really pack it on there, the more gold the better. From there, if you think the gold spread out too far, you can go back in with either a clean brush or a medium shade of brown and just blend it back in. Now we're going to go in with some eyeliner. You can use a pencil or liquid. I prefer liquid. I feel like it stays better. You could even use that eyebrow brush we used in the beginning and some black eyeshadow to draw a wing. I feel like doing that is more beginner friendly if you've never done wings before. Also, if you're nervous and have never done wings before, there's so many tutorials online and feel free to look it up if you need help. Now we're going to go in and apply some lashes. Apply your lash glue right where you just applied your eyeliner. It should be very close to the lash line. Then we're going to apply it to the band of our lash. Let both the glue on your eyelid and the lash band dry until it's tacky. The glue should not be wet when you apply it. It should be just sticky enough that the lash attaches to your eyelid. Once you have your lash applied, feel free to lightly push it in towards your face just to make sure it's really stuck on there. We're not going to touch our lashes for a little bit and just let that dry for now. In the meantime, go ahead and apply your red lipstick. By the time you're done applying your lipstick, your mascara should be dry, so go ahead and put some mascara on. And then that's the final look. Have a good show.